Good morning everyone and Happy New Year. It's January 1. We made it home last night. So where we last left you off is at the nursery at Mount Annan yesterday. It was a super long day. We were really tired and it was also New Year's Eve. So we just, we got home. Our New Year's Eve was really quiet because the days of parties are just long gone. You know you're getting old when you're swapping parties for plants. So we're gonna do a plant haul. Yes, we are. There are a lot of freaking plants to get through. So let's go. I'm just gonna rip it out. I don't even know where to start. I think I might just try and do this in order of the places that we visited. What is the first place that we visited? Goulburn. It was Gel Garden Centre in Goulburn, where I got string of watermelon, which I've never seen before. This one wasn't as green as some of the other ones, and I kind of like that. I don't really like my succulents to be green because there are so many other plants that are green, and the beautiful thing about succulents is that they have the ability to turn a different color. So I don't know if this is gonna be as sensitive as the string of pearls. The string of pearls, I can't really have it out on my balcony. It's just gonna fry. Full sun, part shade. String of watermelon care. Light, full sun, place in a bright room that is sun drenched almost all day. Watering needs low demand. Fine, fine, fine. Okay, you know what I might do? I might start it near my balcony door and then kind of like progressively move it outside over time and just see what it does, because I don't want it to just get burnt. I do want it to retain this really lovely, gorgeous purpley color here. So I've just got to find what the balance is for this particular plant. All right, what's next? Where did we go next? The second nursery that we went to was Bridgewater Nursery. What did I get there? I got this. The name is Melaco. Melaco? Echeveria Melaco. Yes. So I used to have this plant in my garden and it kind of got hammered by the rain. It started getting really deformed leaves. Anyway, I gave up on it pretty quickly. Now, some of you may think that this looks quite messy because the trunk is so long. I'm one of a very small amount of people, I would say, that love trunky succulents. I don't like my succulents to be too neat and compact. I kind of love when they sort of look really wild and like you've just yank them out of the desert or something like that. I love a trunky succulent. What can I say? I will get rid of these blooms though, because it's doing so poorly. I don't know if you can see that there, because it's doing so, you gonna focus? Yeah, because it's doing so these are the little babies down the bottom. I wouldn't say that they look the healthiest. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna chop these blooms off. That way, all of the energy is gonna be going to restoring the plant. So, where am I? Have you seen my clippers? Oh, where are my clippers? Oh, they're there. Found them. Right. Just gonna, oh, yeah. Now you can save these and some people like to plant them. I've experimented with planting blooms before, haven't been really successful at it, but you can plant the blooms and then get like maybe some babies out of them. I don't know. I've done leaf propagation and that seems to be the best way, or just, you know, getting cuttings. Do what you want with these blooms. I'm not super attached to them because they attract aphids and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, in the bin these go. All right, what else? What else did I get from Bridgewater? What did I get? I got this from Bridgewater. I thought it was a Crassula Buddha, but I saw one of these at Cactus Country and it had a different label. And it was called a Crassula Quadrangularis. Let me just check. Hang on. So Crassula Quadrangularis. Crassula Quadrangularis. Yeah. I thought it was really cute. Look at it. Don't know where that's gonna go, or if it's gonna go in its own special pot or an arrangement. I generally like to keep, like, just shove things into arrangements because I can't deal with like having a lot of little pots around the place. It's just quicker to water one pot with everything in it than like 7 different pots, in my opinion. So that's one reason why I prefer to just shove things into arrangements. What else came from Bridgewater? I could have sworn to God that something else came from Bridgewater. Yes, I got the, here it is. I got this. Now, I don't have any idea what this is. So if you know, you can let me know. It reminds me of like one of these, whatchamacallit, these Echeveria Romeo Rubin. Is that what you call it? A Romeo Rubin? I don't know. I used to be so on it with names, and now I'm just like, I've got so many. Just as long as they're alive, that's kind of all I care about. I hope it reddens up, but it's really... I just thought it was a really lovely shape and color. There you go. Bridgewater Nursery. And then we went to the Grampians Garden Centre. That is where I got this. Whoa! Crassula Shandy. That's the name right there. Crassula Shandy. I can see this going next to a really tall cactus. The leaves are really thick and juicy, and they're kind of got like this rough texture. I don't know if you'd be able to tell from the camera there. But anyway, the blooms look like they're going to be really similar to jade blooms, but you know, I wouldn't know because I've never had this plant before. Where did we go after the Grampians? We went to Bunnings. We got this, if it'll focus, this, we got this little Gymnocalycium. I hope that I'm pronouncing that correctly. Just tell me if I'm not. And I love darker green cactus, but that's just my taste. And we also got 2 golden barrel cacti from Bunnings as well, because they were really cheap. Look at that. Yeah. 2 babies. So that's that. And then I think we went to the Mitre 10. I got this Aeonium Domesticum short black, which I don't have. I think these are the ones with shorter leaves at the center. I have one that looks very similar. It's like a really common Schwarzkopf, maybe? I think I have Aeonium Schwarzkopf, and I think I have Aeonium blushing something, I don't know. But yeah, I don't have this one yet. No idea where this is gonna go. I don't know. I've got a lot of planning that I need to do. Also, from the Mitre 10, Sedum Potosinum. Goodness me, focus. Whatever. I'll put the name up on the screen anyway. I like these trailing sedums. I also like, again, I like how trunky they are. You could play a drinking game with how many times I say that I like trunky things. It's got a very, it's like a light green in color. A lighter, it's more like a lime green in color, and then when the leaves get stressed, I don't know if you can see it, they turn a little bit more pinky. Really, really sweet. So I kind of like to have sedums as sort of like carpet fillers, trailing plants, and the like. Yes, I think that's gonna look really good. Okay, where did we go after Mitre 10? Ladybug. We went to the Ladybug Nursery. We have so many of these Myrtillocactus. We've got like one 4-armed Myrtillocactus, another one that is like a monstrous Myrtillo. I can see another Myrtillo there just coming out of the pot. I can see another smaller Myrtillo just in a small pot over there. And this might be the 4th Myrtillocactus. I mean, look at that color. Why wouldn't you get 4 of these to put on your balcony? There's not a lot of colors in nature like this. And it's just so freaking pretty, don't you think? After Ladybug, we went to Cactus Country. Cactus Country is gonna have its own video. It's probably gonna be the next video after this one. We did come away with a few babies. Okay. Yeah. We got, far out, this is heavy. We got a Spineless Opuntia. I have been wanting one of these for so long. This one is spineless and they're gorgeous. And I've seen a couple of photos of them in flower at Cactus Country. And look, there's 1, 2, 3 little babies growing. That's it. That is one Cactus Country plant done. Oh, we have a Mexican fence post. We also have a lot of Mexican fence posts on our balcony at the moment, so I don't know, why not add another one? They're very pretty. Look at that. There's a little bit of scale there. That's not too bad. You can just get that off with alcohol. Bugs are a way of life, and you are literally just going to drive yourself crazy if you worry about them too much. They're going to be in your garden. You address the bug issues as you see them, and then that's it. As long as you stay on top of them, I think that you're fine. This is our third Cactus Country plant, Agave Titanota, we think. How cool are the spines? It looks like something out of Game of Thrones. Last but certainly not very least, we have a little bubba. This is a Mexican fire barrel from Cactus Country. Now, I don't know if this is from our favorite plant. Just for some context, one of our favorite cacti at Cactus Country is this Mexican fire barrel. We saw it the first time we went there, and it is still one of the most beautiful plants that we've ever seen. We go to the spot with the Mexican fire barrel every single year. I don't know if this is a baby from that particular plant, because I think that they have a few fire barrels around the place, but that one in particular, the creme de la creme of cacti, that Mexican fireball is one of the most special things. All right, so that's Cactus Country done. Oh, I forgot to include some of the plants that Marion Tim's mum gave us. I'm just gonna wait patiently here while this focuses. So we got these cute little panda ears. There we go. I have a massive one in my garden, but this is still very cute. And maybe, I don't know if it's exactly the same. I don't know if this is more of a chocolate soldier, just because it's a little bit more brown in color. So it could very well be. We'll see. Oh, it is a Kalanchoe Tomentosa. The label says right here. So there you go. And then we've got this Gasteraloe, which, if I'm correct, is going to turn a beautiful deep orange color when it's stressed. Oh, and look, there's a little baby, like right there. Cute. So after Cactus Country, oh no, whoops, I forgot a Cactus Country plant. Wait, here we go. Astrophytum. No other label, don't know what the specific name is for it, but it's an Astrophytum. Don't you just love the patterns on that? These little dots. Oh my gosh, they're very cute. Yeah, Astrophytum, Cactus Country. So after Cactus Country, I think we were in Albury Wodonga, and then we went to Peards in Albury. And what did I get at Peards? God, still got a lot. Ah, I know. I got this Echeveria Gibbaflora Purple Pearl. I've been wanting this for quite some time. They've been a little bit more expensive than the PVNs. They are similar to PVNs, and I already have a PVN in my garden. And it's a beautiful color. Well, not right now, it isn't, because it's being beaten by the summer sun. So it's not, I'm just trying to look at it from here. It's not currently living its best life, but a purple pearl will just have that, like a fraction more purple glow to it around the edges and in the center. And I think that the shape of the leaves are just a little bit different as well. These are more spoon-like. I think I don't want to touch the leaves because I know that I'm going to get my fingerprints all over it. Finally have a purple pearl. And again, no idea where it's going to go. Aeonium Suncup cluster. Aeonium Suncup. I really like this plant. It reminds me of a mini Aeonium Sunburst. I have one Aeonium Suncup in a planter with a jade tree and a whole bunch of other succulents. I was hoping that it was going to bush out. I was hoping that it was going to, you know, have babies and then kind of like cluster out, and it never did that. So it's one little Aeonium Suncup on its own, and now it's got some friends. And then it was Aeonium time, at Peards in Wodonga. All right, so the first Aeonium that I decided on was this one. I'm wondering if this could be an Aeonium bronze something. Aeonium bronze something, I'm pretty sure. Let me just check. I don't think this is an Aeonium bronze medal. If you know what it is, can you please let me know in the comments? Because I'd love to know the name of this. And it doesn't say what it is, it just says Aeonium. And then, dun, 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 I got an Aeonium Mardi Gras. I already have Aeonium Mardi Gras, but it was just so cheap. This used to be so expensive. Do you remember? I remember getting like a really, an Aeonium that was, you know, it was medium sized and it had like it wasn't as big as this, but it was medium sized and it had 3 babies. I'm just looking at it now out on the balcony, and it cost like $40, and now they're selling them in your commercial nurseries. My Aeonium Mardi Gras outside is looking pretty dismal, and I think that I actually do think that I killed that one that was replaced by the Aeonium Medusa. The ones in my garden at the moment are really shriveled up and dry, so what I might do is just leave this indoors for the next couple of months until it starts to cool down, and then I can look at putting it in an arrangement or something. It's just so pretty. And there's 2 little babies growing on the side. Isn't that the sweetest thing ever? And then the last place that we went to is, dun dun dun, we went to Flower Power in Mount Annan, which is near Campbelltown, so it's kind of on the outskirts of Greater Sydney. Gymnocalycium Saglionis. It is the prettiest color for a cactus. I love this dark green color. It kills me. Oh my goodness. Gorge, gorge, gorge. I love it. So this one is a different one to the one that we bought at Bunnings. They're both Gymnocalyciums, but I think that they're different, or Tim thinks that they're different. He kind of knows a little bit more about cacti than I do. Still pretty. Both of them are still beautiful cacti, and really that's all that matters, is that they're beautiful and they're alive in your garden. And here we got another grey ghost, grey organ pipe cactus. Again, a really interesting color. It's not like a vibrant green, it's kind of like a darker forest grey green, which I love. Then we have this Echeveria Moranii. I am in love with the dark red edges on this plant. I think I got a much smaller version of this from IKEA many moons ago, and it didn't do so well in my garden. And then I did just have to get this. Look how cute it is. It's so pretty. Sempervivum Key Lime Kiss. I love Sempervivums. I love how they clump up like this. They don't always do so well in my garden. Sometimes this, like, just depending on whereabouts in the garden and whether there's enough shade. So Sempervivums are not, they don't do so great in like full summer sun. They're kind of more, are they summer dormant? Are Sempervivums summer dormant? It says here that Sempervivums are summer growers. No, Sempervivums are winter dormant. Oh, okay. I was wrong. I thought that these were winter growers because they're like, they are succulents that are good for cold weather. I don't know. I tend to be wrong about most things, so there we go. The last one that we've got is a Jovibarba or Jovibarba or Jovibarba Sobolifera. Here's the name right there. Look at the colors! Oh my lord! It absolutely just kills me. I hope these do well in my garden. I don't know, I've got to come up with a plan, but just look at it. Look at the colors there. Absolutely amazing. Okay, well, I think that we're done. There are so many plants here that there's, just look at you all. There's gonna be so much content. I'm so excited to plant all of these up. It's raining at the moment, which I'm a little bit disappointed with. I was hoping to get some gardening done today. I only have 2 more days of holidays and then I go back to work. So I don't have a lot of time. Thank you again for joining me for this plant haul. If you haven't done so already, please like the video, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when new videos are being uploaded. This is a brand spanking new channel, so all of it helps. Okay, I'll see you in the next video. Bye!